Hey guys, now the exciting part starts, and that is how to build your business. Now I know some of you watching are already going to have a medical spa or a big spa business already, but for those of you that are new to the industry, this is going to be a very, very important video, so I want you to pay attention to the steps. Now, when you're setting up your spa business, very, very important that you have something called malpractice insurance and business insurance. Now, any of your local insurance providers will offer this. On average, you're going to be looking at anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500 a month, or about $150, or no, sorry, you're going to be looking at about $150 a month, and that would be about $1,500 per year. Now, don't skip this step, really, really important. I know that you do have your waiver forms and also your client tracking, but if there's any damage to a client or there is an accidental incident that happens, that malpractice insurance will cover you in that case. So really important that you guys do have that. Now, if you are working with us on the 50/50 or Earn While You Learn program, you will be protected under our blanket policy, so you don't need to worry about that. However, if you are renting a room at one of our locations, then you absolutely do need to have your own insurance, and just keep that in mind. Now, in terms of your client history forms and all of the forms that you should be filling out each and every time you create a client file. This is how I want you to do it, and I don't want you to deviate from this process because it's very important. Each and every client should get their own folder. That's going to go by their last name, first name. Within that folder, what you need to be putting in there, your medical history form. That is going to link to things like contraindications that your instructors and our videos are going to talk about with each and every treatment that you're doing. Secondarily, you're going to have your waiver form. That waiver form is very important. It is absolving you of any risk when treating the client, but that doesn't mean that they can't still sue you. You need to remember, anybody can sue anybody for anything, and that's really important for you to keep in mind. Not to be scared of it, but just to be aware of it. Okay, the other piece of paper that's going to be really important to have in your client files, guys, is that client tracking information sheet. Now, what's on that sheet? It's going to have your lot numbers of the disposable things that you're going to be using, expiry dates, and notes about treating that client. So let's say you have a laser client and you're starting them at a certain level of treatment, maybe a bit of a lower level. You're going to note that in the client tracking, and then maybe next time they come up, they're not seeing the results they're looking for, but there was no issues to the skin, so then you can bump them up as needed for those laser clients to see the results that they're looking for. Another thing that is great to have, depending on what you're doing, is photos of before and afters of your clients. Maybe you're doing some cool sculpting, weight loss program, or permanent makeup. Then you can really show them the progression, things like microneedling, how their skin is changing over time. Now, there's something I'm going to tell you, a little trick about this. There is an app called Tiny Scanner. This might help some of you that are working from home. You can actually take a little scan of each and every one of your clients' files and store them on a cloud-based platform. Sometimes having these technologies will help you keep all of your waiver forms on hand. I would always tend to label them by last name, and then that way you can quickly search into an app. Having a digital copy of the waivers as well as a paper copy is always good. Paper can tend to get lost, whereas something that's digitally stored is always going to be there should you need it. Now, next step or next phase of starting your business is obviously going to be going and getting that business license. Now, that's going to be given through your municipality. Very easy. In most cities, I think it's a 311 that you're going to call, but of course we train around the world, so that might be a different call number to get into your municipality. You can simply call them and have them set up your business license over the phone, and or you can go into your city hall and have them give you that license. Now, you may also want to register your business either provincially, statewide, or federally, depending on how you want to set up your tax structure for your business. Now, when people are starting out, a lot of businesses are going to operate under what is called a sole proprietorship. Technically what that is, a sole proprietorship is just connecting you to the business. You are the business, but you are still operating under a trade name. So let's say it's Barbara's Spa. I'm going to be the sole proprietorship of that spa, but what it does is it doesn't give me an extra layer of protection. When you incorporate, which you would do at a registry, essentially what you're doing with that incorporation is you're creating a level of division between yourself and the business entity. The entity becomes almost like a person in and of itself, and when we're talking from legal matters, a lot of times it protects your assets when somebody is going to sue you. However, many lawyers are astute to that, and they will technically sue the person and the company as well. But you still do have a level of protection in incorporation and some tax benefits that may come along as well. So those are the steps from an administrative standpoint that you are going to need to take care of before starting your business. Now, from a design standpoint and scale standpoint, how do you want to do this? What I would suggest if you are new to the industry is two things. You can have a home spa that you set up, very easy. It would be a room dedicated in your home only to spa services. You are going to have to make sure that your floor is laminate tile or something that is moppable, okay? Because obviously you're going to have to be sterilizing that room daily, and you can't sterilize a carpet. So no carpet in these rooms, really important, and most municipalities are going to require that you have a hand washing station within your room. That can be a small sink. Now, a lot of times I find with students, they'll get a bit nervous about this. Oh my goodness, I have to install a sink in a room. Generally, you can go to a place like IKEA, get a sink for about $200, and for a plumber to quickly plumb it in, maybe $500 to $600. So it's really not a large expense to get yourself set up. And the other option, of course, for any of our students that are near our campuses is something called Earn While You Learn. All that means is that you're not quite ready to make the investment to turn your home into a spa or go out there and start a big spa on your own, but you really want to start your own business. How do you do that? You can go under our program called Earn While You Learn. And that essentially just means that Eternal Beauty takes care of everything. We're going to have the reception, the rooms, we're going to have everything ready for you, the supplies. You're just going to build your brand from our location and hit the ground running. Now, once you get to that saturation point where you have amassed a great and dedicated clientele to you, then you can really do the numbers in your head and say, hey, you know what, I'm ready to port my clients and I'm ready to take the next step and either start my own home spa or your day spa. So now, in terms of starting a larger business, that obviously is a little bit more complicated, and depending on what stage of the game you are at, you will need a little bit more guidance with that. So if that is within your plans, please let your instructors know and the administration know, and we can take a few moments to go through those steps for the larger commercial projects with you as well. Now, if you're already in business for yourself and you're killing it out there, congratulations from all of us at Eternal Beauty, and thank you so much for choosing us to enhance your training and bring those most cutting-edge services to your clientele. If you have any questions specific to business, we're always here to help. We have a comprehensive marketing department, and each and every student does get a small amount of time with our marketing people to help ask questions in regards to launching your new service. Now, I want to be a little bit clear on that. If you are a spa owner, that doesn't mean that you can come in here and just take over and have our marketing team market for you. We're here to help you with whatever course you are specifically taking. So our marketing advice will be tailored to, let's say it is BB Glow. We're going to help you with before and afters. We're going to help you get the tools that you need to really get out into the market and make sure you can properly market the service that you're taking here at Eternal Beauty. Now, I think that's pretty much everything covered. In terms of most spa businesses, whether it be nails, laser, hair, skincare, permanent makeup, a lot of what you'll need to start your business is simply a room, a bed, a trolley, a stool, and whatever equipment that you're utilizing and all the proper sanitization supplies. Obviously, laser is in a different category. If you are tending to go that way, to be a full-time laser technician that's going to own your own devices, there is going to be obviously more costs incurred when you get into those high-end devices. But again, very exciting. Very easy and simple. We will take you through how to set up your own branding in some of the subsequent videos. We're going to talk about how to set up your social media, what programs to use, how to make your own pricing lists, how to find price lists, how to bridge those together. And really, we want to make sure that you hit the ground running and there's not a question that we don't answer for you. So like I said before, thanks so much for taking the time to share with us and growing your own business and going for it. We're super proud of each and every one of our students, and we thank you so sincerely for choosing Eternal Beauty Institute.